the recording will be automatically sent to everyone. Don't worry about that. Okay, so who is going to share the screen?
Kamal has joined this call?
No, Kamal means Kamal's wife. Okay, yeah. So yeah, who is sharing the screen? Because it's almost time, so let's quickly start it.
Yeah, I can share the screen.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Okay, are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, we are able to see your screen. Okay, recordings I've taken from Chatterjee. I'll be sending it to all of you. I think it is there. The mail ID is there in the chat, right? So I'll be sharing it. Don't worry. Okay. Yes. You have the server created, Jenkins?
No, not yet. Still I've not done it.
Okay.
If already created anyone.
That's what even I was looking at. I think Joseph installed the Jenkins yesterday. Is that correct? Okay.
I think Joseph is facing some problems. He won't be able to join today, it seems. He just pinged me. Yeah.
Okay. I can see Joseph added. Joseph, can you hear us?
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you, Joseph.
Yeah, hi all. Hi, Jayashree.
Yeah, can you go ahead and share it because it's already late, so we can take the existing Jenkins server and then we can continue from there.
Yeah, but the problem is,
Huh.
how can I say that? I just joined in my mobile.
Oh, okay. Then
So I
fine.
don't have.
Okay, let's get it started. Okay, go ahead and create the VM.
Okay.
Avinash.
So
Yeah, add a virtual machine, or
okay.
if you already have, we can use that.
So Ubuntu is fine. Ubuntu is.
Yeah, Ubuntu only we need. Ubuntu 18 or 16, anything is fine.
This one already created.
Okay,
So we need to
let's
install.
use the same thing then.
Casey, do you have any link to install? Hello.
Hello, sorry, I was talking on mute. Yeah, go ahead and hit on update, sudo apt get update. And then I'm going to ping you the commands, execute those.
This is the command, right?
Yeah, one second. Yeah, take this. This is to get the Jenkins package. The next one. Ignore the second one, okay, which is telling you about chat. Yeah, that one. Copy the command only. Yes, that one you copy. The second link highlighted, you leave that. Then do an update after the list. No, update is one command, wget is another command.
Okay. That is done.
Yeah, go ahead with the next command.
So I need to select install Jenkins.
Yes, yes.
It is also done.
No.
Installation
It is
done.
not installed. You have to echo the list of this thing. Go above, like Debian repository for Jenkins is there. No, above that you have a command, right? The second command. Sudo sh-c. Yes,
Yeah.
that. Yeah, copy that. Enter. It should actually list you. Okay. No, did you run the second command? No, wait. Copy the first command. After sudo apt update, come down. Yeah, first one, wget -q-o. Yes.
This
Wget,
one?
yes, that one. Yeah, copy that
This one
command.
and
No, you
yeah.
did only update. I think you've not done
No,
that.
no.
Okay, fine. Rerun the command.
Okay.
Enter.
It's saying okay.
Okay. Take the. Give me a second. No, you need to update after that. That's the reason. Yeah, take the other command.
Sudo sh
Yes,
-c.
yes. Exactly. Enter.
That is also done.
Okay. Give sudo apt update again.
Okay.
Okay, now you give sudo apt install Jenkins. Yeah, why?
There are.
Yeah. Go ahead and start the Jenkins. Take the command.
It's saying I got some error. Return to error code.
You need to have Java installed. So just check Java space -version. Take the command apt sudo apt install. Sudo not required because you are already in the root, right? Apt install OpenJDK 11. Copy the second command. No, not here. In the window. Yes.
Okay.
There. Yeah. Take that. Enter. Yeah, why?
Yeah, completed.
Okay.
Again, uninstall
Yeah, you need to
Jenkins.
give install Jenkins. No, no. I think it's not required. Just start the Jenkins. Sudo systemctl start Jenkins. Now check the status. Give me a second. I'll give you status of Jenkins. Check this. Yeah, it is active, right? Yeah. Go ahead and allow the 8080 port. And then later see the UFW status. If it is not active, then we need to enable the OpenSSH. OpenSSH and then enable the UFW. Yeah, it is inactive, right? Status is inactive because it is expecting OpenSSH also should be present. So go ahead and execute for OpenSSH. Why? Okay. So it is enabled. Let's go ahead and open the server in Chrome. So for that, enter http:// your public IP of this server and then :8080. Minimize this, open the Chrome. No, not here. Minimize this, open in Chrome. Yeah. http:// copy the public IP address of your machine. Hello, Avinash?
Yeah. I already given the command.
Okay,
IP.
okay. We are not seeing your screen moving.
Okay, you can able to see the Chrome window, right?
Chrome window we are able to see. Yeah. No, you have to give something like this. http:// your IP address :8080. Yeah, now we are able to see :8080. Yes. Enter. This is the IP address of your Jenkins server, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then why it is not? Okay, you should enable outbound rules. Okay, go to the networking.
Under
In
that
Azure
setting.
portal only, go to the networking for that virtual machine. Yeah, here add a rule. Inbound port rules, add a rule. Scroll down, you will get the option. Yes. Yeah, source any, source port ranges, destination any. Yeah, this is fine. Let it be for port 8080 only, name.
Yeah.
And similarly, add it in the outbound rules also. Outbound port rules, yes. Change the name. Port 88 is there, no? Give 8081. Okay, what happened? Is it why it is failing? Did you
It's
change
saying
the
the
name of
conflict.
the port?
Yes, I did, but saying the
No,
conflict.
I don't think you have changed the port number. Can you open that once again? 81.
Yeah, this is the one only.
No, this is a new
Destination
one, right? This is a new.
808. Already you have created 8080.
Yeah, I also created 8081 also.
No, delete
You have
delete
to.
this, and also delete one of them. Just scroll down in the outbound rule. Yeah. Okay, port 80, 80, 100, any. Yeah. I think this is there already.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Inbound rules, why it is not visible? We added in inbound also, right?
Yes.
No, I don't think he had it in outbound only.
No. First I only added the
No, he
inbound.
added in inbound. Let's check. Refresh your link. Refresh the Jenkins link. No, not this. Refresh the Jenkins link. If it is not loading, then we have not added it. Yeah, this one. Add it off because it's not seen here, right? Go back to Chrome.
Now it will work.
Yeah, give the IP address again, like with port number, not HTTPS, HTTP. Because it works in HTTP port. Now it is loading. Okay. Yeah. So here you need to copy the admin password of your that location. Okay. Copy that location /var/lib Jenkins secrets. Right. Copy that location and go to your Ubuntu putty terminal.
Okay.
Yeah. Here give cat space that ID. Okay. Reconnect.
Cat space.
Cat space this the location means the path what you copied. Enter. Yeah.
Permission denied.
Okay. Give sudo cat. Add sudo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enter. Yeah. Copy this password. Continue. Install suggested plugin.
Can you manual? Can you give me the overview of Jenkins?
Yeah, okay. So Jenkins is a build tool. Usually it is called as it is called as continuous integration tool. Okay. So as we are seeing our Azure pipelines, right? So Azure pipelines is also a configuration and continuous integration and deployment tool, correct? So that is where we are able to create the CI/CD flow using Azure pipelines. Before Azure pipelines came, we were using Jenkins. Okay, so the functionalities what we are doing in Azure pipelines, all the functionalities are capable with Jenkins also. Okay, let's see how we are doing the different types of functions or operations that we are doing in Azure pipelines using Jenkins, so that you will have a comparison between these two tools. Okay, but even if we have Azure pipelines, why we are understanding Jenkins is because most of the organizations are also using Jenkins still. Okay, so for that we need to understand Jenkins, because whenever you see the release pipelines, whenever you select the artifact, it also allows you to select the artifact from Jenkins build. Okay, so here go ahead and give username as admin, password admin, confirm password also admin. Full name you can give anything, your name, and then email address, just make sure you have at in that, abc at abc.com. It's not mandatory, you can give anything. Yeah, go ahead and continue.
Avinash, screen got stuck, I think.
Yeah, even we are not able to see that screen moving. It's there in
Yeah.
create.
Now you
Okay,
can
okay.
able to see why there is internet issue.
abc
Yeah.
at the rate abc@abc.com. Yeah, abc.com. Yeah, click on continue. Yeah, did you hit on continue?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Just a minute.
Oh, that's fine. We are not going to use Putty now. We are going to use the web interface. Why it is taking this much of time? Just refresh once again. Enter the details again. Let's see.
Okay, save and finish. Jenkins URL.
Yeah, this is your Jenkins URL. Okay, that's what we have given also. Yeah, let's go ahead next. Yes, click on finish. Start using Jenkins. Okay, so here this is your Jenkins website. Like how we have the similar option for Azure pipelines, we also have a separate server where your Jenkins is installed, and this will be the Jenkins URL. Okay, this will be in terms of your production environment. you will have a dedicated Jenkins server for your company. Okay, they'll share that credentials and they'll also add you as the user to that particular Jenkins server. Okay, here we need to understand few terminologies and few things that we are going to look in Jenkins. Okay, so here if you see, we have to your left hand side new item, people, build history, manage Jenkins, views, loggable resources, new view, and all these things, right? So new item usually refers to a new job or a new project. Okay, let's go ahead and click on new item. Yes, enter the name of your project. Let it be demo project. So whenever you are creating a project, like usually whenever you are creating an item, the item can be of different category. Okay, the first one is freestyle project, wherein you can go ahead and use your repositories. Say for example, you want to make use of the code that is present in either GitLab or GitHub or Azure Repos also, and build that particular tool using this build tool which is called as Jenkins. Okay, if you want to do that, you can go ahead and use the freestyle project. Or if you want to create a pipeline, like how we are creating the pipeline flow, if you want to create, we can also use the pipeline project. Or if you want to use the multi-configuration project, you can go. Or if you want to just create a project to hold the folder structure, you can also go ahead and create. Okay, for now we are going and proceeding with the freestyle project. Okay, click on freestyle project and then click on OK. Near that stop sharing, you have a button to click on save.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, these are the different types of projects. GitHub organization, Git multi-branch pipeline. Like in the pipeline only, if you want to use multi-branch, like multiple source codes, you can go ahead and use the multi-branch pipeline as well.
In real time, with what kind of project we are going to deal with?
Mostly multi-project and pipeline. Okay, but if you're looking at Java project, it will be Maven. That we will be looking at when we add the Maven plugin.
Okay.
Okay, and everything in Jenkins will work with the help of plugins. Okay, like how we are seeing the tasks in Azure pipelines, we are going to look at the plugins concept in Jenkins. Okay, so when you create this freestyle project, this is what is the general configuration, like how we have even for the Azure pipelines, right? So general, you have the description of your project and then few other options which can keep your project more precise, like deleting your old builds. The first option, if you see, discard old builds, or if you're referring to a GitHub project, or this process requires lockable resources, or if you want to pass the project with the parameterize with parameter, you can make this option, or throttle builds, disable this project, execute concurrent builds if necessary. Okay, so these are the options that we will be looking when we are going ahead with the understanding with the project, means Jenkins project. Okay, come down. I want you to look at the other sections as well, which is the source code management. Yes, so now here under the source code management, we have Git and Subversion, but in our Azure pipelines we had Git and TFBC, correct? So here, because Jenkins is an old tool, so we have the option to include the code from Subversion as well. Okay, so let's do one thing. We are not going to include any kind of repository now only. I want to show you one simple project wherein we are going to consider a command script execution so that you will know how this one is running. Okay, come down. So once you are pointing out your source code management, the next step will be to trigger the build, right? So how we have enabled trigger in Azure pipelines, we have the build trigger option as well. Okay, so based on how you want to trigger the build, like do you want to trigger it every day, every week, that is based on the timing, you can go ahead and start your builds using that build trigger. Okay, and build environment, if you are going to use any kind of workspaces. Okay, why this build trigger is used is automatically when there is a change that is being detected in GitHub or GitLab repository, I want this build to happen automatically. That is what we are doing in Azure pipelines also, right? So whenever you commit something to your repository, it would automatically trigger you the build pipeline, and once the build pipeline is updated, the release pipeline will be triggered, correct? For that, your build triggers will be used. And then build environments, if you're going to use any kind of secret keys, or if you want to delete the workspaces once the build starts, because workspace, like say for example, for any kind of build, you are asking the system to start doing something, correct? That means some kind of output files or some kind of memory is being consumed. So if you want to erase that, in case if you are going to use the build environment options, okay, or build environment, if you want to do it with the build options, that means Java is a language, right? So in order to build the Java, what you need, you might either build it using Maven, or you might either build it using Ant tool, right? In .NET we are using MS build to build your solution, correct? If you remember, when we were looking at the sample template to build my .NET framework, I added 4 tasks, right? The first one was NuGet restore, second one was VS MS build, or we also used Visual Studio build task, correct? So similarly, we will be using the build environment and also the build step. Okay, so here if you see the option which is called as build step, that is what usually used for building. Okay, yeah, so if you click on build step, you can see the general set of actions that are available for you out of the box. But here we are not able to see to use MS build, right? We don't see any build component for running our .NET project, correct? For that, your plugins will be helpful. Okay, for now, let's consider a small one. I want you to enter execute shell, and we are going to execute a shell script. Okay, yeah, add build step, select execute shell, because this is the Linux machine, correct? So Windows will not work. Execute Windows will not work. You need to select shell script. Yes, execute shell. So here, let's give a small command. Give echo space, within the double quotes, give hello. Okay. Yes. So after the build has happened, for now what we are doing, we want this program to print us hello. That's all. Means we want this build to print us hello is what we are giving. Okay. Just come down, scroll down. You see post build actions. That means after this build happened, that means after I get the message called as hello, what I need to do. Okay. If you want to archive the artifacts, which is usually with the step what we give in Azure pipelines called as publish artifacts, right? So there we have a task. Here also we have a task called as archive the artifacts. Not only that, you can go ahead and use all these set of actions for your post build actions based on the requirement that you are getting to create a Jenkins job. Okay. For now, let's go ahead and click on save and then see how this is building. Okay. Yeah, once you save this, you get the other view of Jenkins job, wherein you see the list of actions like this. Okay, so here how do you run this particular project? The option is build now. Okay, go ahead and click on build now. So once you click on build now. No, that's fine. That's fine. It got triggered. When you click on build now, you can see the build history. Under build history, you see #1, #2, correct? So if you want to see what is performing in #1, you will have to go to the console output. Okay, click on #1. Yes. So you see console output here. Click on console output. So this is what is the output or the logs, like how we see the logs there. This is the console output, the message that you're getting from your build that you're adding. Okay, so what we have given echo hello, that's what it had printed hello, and then the build is successful. That's where it is giving you success. Okay, so this is how you can go ahead and start using with the Jenkins with a simple project. Okay, right now let's do another thing. Let's go ahead and add the plugins and then see how to use or how to create a Java project. So in Jenkins, we are going to look at 3 different projects. One is your Java project, .NET project, and your Node project. So I'll be telling you how to build these 3 different projects, which are mostly like in general, we will be dealing with. Okay. So let's go ahead and see how to create one more project which will be helping us to build the Node.js project. Okay, Java, I don't have the code right now, so we'll see that tomorrow. By then I'll look at the code. Okay, so for Java, for Node.js project, I want you to go to the Andalike and then open the Jenkins docs. Give me a second, I'll be back.
Is anybody are having the process how to follow and set up the Jenkins and how to do and all? Because it's for me, it's like a chunks.
Don't worry, Joseph. I'll help you.
Yeah, I'm back. Can you go and open the link which is for Andalike? Hope I'm audible, Avinash.
Yes. Where do
Have
you
the
see?
link, right?
So I'm checking for the link. Hello.
Active project.
Let's take this. Inside this, you have Jenkins document. Yeah, here search for Jenkins. Yeah, take this document, jenkins.doc. Okay, inside this we have this link wherein we will be seeing how to build for Node application. Okay. So before that, we need to add the plugins for Node, which is usually called as post build script plugin. I want you to go to the Jenkins and create a new project called as Node project. Use the freestyle project. And then in the source code, we will be giving the link. Okay. Create a new project.
New item only.
Yeah, new item only. Usually items are called as project. Okay. Give Node.js project so that it will be easier for us to differentiate also.
No.
Node.js. Sorry?
No.
Node.js. Yeah, yeah. Actually, it is Node.js.
Yeah.
Yeah. Node JavaScript.
I'm selecting the freestyle part.
Yeah, freestyle project and then click on OK. Here in the source code management, give this link. Select Git and give this link.
Oops.
Okay, in the build step, give execute shell and type in the commands npm space install space express, then node space app.js.
Where should I run the command?
Build step.
Under the build. Okay.
Execute shell. Yeah. Here you type in npm space install space express, because express is a package which is used to run your node applications. Okay. And then enter. No capital in your command prompt. You should not use capital. E also should be in small. Okay. And then give node space app.js. Like how do you run the program of node is node space the start file of that program. Okay. Node space app.js, app.js. I'll tell you where this is coming from. .js.
Okay.
There should be no space. Okay. Now just save this. Before we execute this, I'll tell you what this program is doing and how do we see the Node.js program. Okay. For that, I want you to go to the link which I just sent, right? https github.com. Go back to and like, yeah, here type in, go back to, okay, hello node only, right? Yes, fine.
Yes.
Scroll down. See, this is a program. This is a simple program which will give you understanding about Node.js program. Okay, because in different languages, it will be different type of files they'll be using, different type of languages they'll be using. Okay, so here let us go to package.json. Okay, in Node, as a mandatory, you need to have package.json. This is a configuration file. Here you need to define the different types of packages that you're going to use inside your program. Okay, so if you see, this is very easier. This is similar to your Terraform information, right? Name and value pair. So what is the name that we're using? That is Node Express, because we are going to use a package called as Node Express, and the version is this. Private, yes. Is this program private? Yes. Description, it is a sample code. Keywords, if you want to search this program by using the keywords, you can give, but for now we don't have any keyword. Author also we don't have, license also we are not giving. Okay, in this, what is the main thing that you need to observe is what is main, what is the starting of your what is the starting file of your project. Okay, so in main you see app.js, right? That means app.js is a file that has to be present for your application to work. Okay, and for that app.js we have the dependencies called as express, and we have given the version. That is where we are using install express also in our build Jenkins job. Okay, and dev
Is that
dependencies,
app.js common for all the applications?
it might be different. Like usually all the, like the standard way of using will be app.js, but they might also use server.js or index.js also.
Okay. So
Okay,
according to the requirement, we have to install these files, right?
yes. Usually the logic is written in app.js. You can name it anything else, but make sure you need to keep the .js extension, because this is a node functionality. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and the dev dependencies are the other packages that you are going to use in the application. Scripts, if you're using any kind of script, how that script should start. Okay, PM to start app.js means that is how your service will start. Because if you see in the Jenkins, if I have to start this Jenkins, I have the command called as sudo Jenkins start something, like sudo service start Jenkins or systemctl start Jenkins, like that, right? So this is also a script which is required to start your node application. Okay, go back and let's see what is there inside app.js. Yeah, click on hello node and click on app.js. So this is a simple program. So what is this program doing is, we are defining three variables. Defining variables in Node is usually used using constant keyword. Okay, const express is equal to require express. So in express variable, we are trying to put the package that we are going to install using express. Okay, and then in the second line, we are going to assign app to express, because express is like an engine which is required to run your app. Okay, so these are the syntax which is with respect to your language. I don't want you to learn all these things, but this is a general information. Okay, port, we are defining that this application should run in port 4200. Like how we were asking Jenkins to run on 8080, that's where we allowed 8080 to be open, and then we started using Jenkins with 8080, right? So we are telling this application should work with 4200. Okay, and whenever someone is hitting this particular app, okay, what it should do is, that means whenever someone is hitting that server URL, request and response, there'll be two concepts, right? When you hit, that means you want a request, you are making a request. Once you hit the response, what you get is usually called as your response. Like even in the Google, if you want something, you will enter how to learn this, right? That is what is your request message. But the results that you get out of your Google are the responses. Okay, so if you hit this URL, the response, what you need to see is, see this means it works, and all these things. Okay, and then you need to make sure you're linking the app to the port, because we just defined the port, we did not link the app to the port, right? For that, the syntax is app.listen to this port, and then it will print this message. When this message is printed, that means the app is up and ready. We can go ahead and use it. Okay, let's get back to our Jenkins server and see how to run the Jenkins server. Means how to build the Jenkins job. Yeah, click on build now. Okay, when you see the red symbol, that means it has failed. We need to check why it has failed. Go to console output. No, click on that #1.
Yes.
Console output here. So what is the error? It is telling npm install express is what is the first command we gave. It is telling npm not found, right? Because npm is not present in your server because we need this particular application for our Node.js program to run. Okay, similarly, like how we have MS Build to run your .NET machine application, Maven to run your Java application. Okay, what do we do now? We have to go back to your putty and install npm. Okay, connect to the putty. Sorry, I said
Yes.
it's not required. It is required. Okay.
Sudo.
Give me a second.
Apt hyphen get.
Yeah, I also tend to forget the commands.
Hyphen get. Apt hyphen get.
Give sudo space apt space install space node.js. Node.js.
Right?
Yeah. Why?
Check.
Okay.
So,
Check node space hyphen version. Node space hyphen version. Yeah. Why? No, not
Node
node.js.
space
Node.
hyphen. Node space hyphen v, I think.
No, hyphen version also you can put.
Okay.
Okay, give npm space hyphen v.
it's asking to install npm.
Give me a second.
Shall I go
Give
ahead and install?
npm space hyphen hyphen version. Just to cross check.
Sorry, repeat. Can you repeat?
Npm hyphen npm space hyphen hyphen version. Just to double check. Okay, Node.js should ideally install both. Okay, install apt install npm.
Is there any architecture or diagram where we can see that how we have linked all the services?
Linked all the services means which all services, like with respect to Node.js?
Like suppose how we have linked Jenkins with Azure machine, and now we are installing these services npm and etc.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if there is any diagrammatic representation, or if there any we can get any diagrammatic pictures, then we can understand easily the flow. At least the flow we can understand.
Yeah, no, as of now, I don't have any diagrams, but I think you would be getting it in the Google. But there is no relationship between the Azure pipelines and Jenkins because
Yeah,
Azure pipelines.
yes, we got that point, but just to understand, if we have any
Just
diagrammatic
for idea for
representation,
the process.
No,
yes.
it all depends on the requirement usually. The flow might
Okay.
change based on the requirement.
So there is no standard architecture for this.
No, no, no. If you ask me the diagram for Azure pipelines, if you're using Jenkins build, I can tell you. You just have to modify the release pipelines artifacts. There you need to select the Jenkins
Okay.
build. Okay, usually the
Okay.
tendency is if if the organization is using Microsoft products, then they would prefer you going with Azure pipelines. If they're using any other free source tool, like if they're not using Microsoft products, then they will prefer Jenkins to be their build tool.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, let's get back and rerun it, Avinash. click on build now again. Go to Node.js. Yes, build now.
Got failed.
Okay, click on that. Click on #3. Yeah, anything.
It got failed, I think. Yeah, usually if any pipeline got success, then it will show in green color. If red color means obviously it's failed.
Yeah. Usually it is blue. If it is successful, it will give blue or it will give red color for failures. Okay. What is this? Okay. It is able to find Express. That's fine. That's only the warning, but no such file or directory.
We have linked that repository itself, right? But we have
Yeah.
not placed the files onto the system.
Right, but it will take that reference and it will place your files in the workspace called as Node.js.
Okay. Cannot find module. Cut to test. Section module. Shell. Mountable as well.
Do one thing. Can you do npm start in the machine? It means in your
Sure.
okay. Yeah, npm space start. Just give npm space start.
If they're in service to restart.
That's what even I'm thinking. Okay, let's continue tomorrow. Maybe some dependencies are there which we had to install, and it is not able to recognize the package.json's information, and it is not able to run app.js. Okay, it is something with the starting of npm service. That's what I feel. Okay, we'll connect tomorrow and look at the errors. By then I would have looked at it. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Okay, then tomorrow we'll connect and we'll look at other languages also.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
one small note. You can share the videos, right? Because yesterday and day before yesterday.
Yeah, he's not feeling well, it seems. So he asked me to do it, but I'm not getting time. today this video will be directly delivered to all the recipients. The yesterday's and day before yesterday's, I'll try to get it and then forward it to all of you.
Okay. So one more small doubt that after installing any service, any package in the Linux, I mean Ubuntu, particularly Ubuntu, so we need to do the command again sudo apt get update, right? Again.
Yeah. Just to update the packages, right?
Okay. Fine.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.